Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode we're gonna compare the number 5 and number 6 short turns. These two short turns were recorded right after each other on the same slope from the same camera angle. The same visual perspective provides a good basis for comparison. There are many kinds of short turns. When our demo team was preparing for the Interski Congresses with a new demo run, the guys often ask me what kind of short turns they should ski. Short, shorter, medium or longer, fluent or rattling, in other words braking, how low or high is the stance, with or without up and down movement. Many believe that the essence of a short turn lies in the special rhythm. In this sense, there are shorter short turns, like the noises of a sewing machine, and longer medium short turns. For this reason, many skiers often sacrifice the turn shape for a denser rhythm. Actually, rhythm is time. Let's say one turn is 1 second. If your internal beats are just a denser rhythm, then one turn will be 0.7 to 0.8 seconds. Many people are simply not quick enough to carry out every movement on time. They find themselves short of time due to the dense rhythm. If your short turn isn't perfect, choosing a more spacious rhythm can give you more time to accomplish every phase. What if you try to do the same turn within 1.2 seconds instead of 0.8? You will have 50% more time, which is a noticeable difference. Regarding speed control, it's not the same whether we slow down ourselves or the ski. The skier's speed is how fast they ski down the slope. The skier who gets down first is the fastest. However, the ski speed is how it moves along its curved path. The curved path is longer, so the skis can glide quite fast along the arc, while the skier can move at a moderate speed downhill at the same time. But if the skis move along a flat line, less across the slope, the skier will move downhill pretty fast, unless he stops the skis. So one choice is a flat, narrow and distorted shape, and the skier must brake not to be fast. Another choice is to ski a rounder, wider, fluent turn with more across sections, which can be done at a control speed without any direct braking. The first is the classic or old school short turn, which we often see. In professional slang, we used to call these short turns windshield wipers, because the skis move sideways around their tips. In number 5, I demonstrated such short turns. The number 6 is different, as in that I let the skis run, but I controlled my speed by steering and driving them across the slope. The two runs clearly show the main differences, side by side. Let's start by inspecting the ski's path at the transition. In the case of number 5, the skis follows the previous slide only until they lose the edge angle. When they reach the transition, they start to twist quickly crosswise. The ski's tail starts to sweep to the other side, while the ski's tip barely moves. The pivot point is the ski's tip. A few frames after phase 0, the skis are already near parallel to the fall line. Moreover, all the body axis pointed downhill. On the contrary, in number 6, the ski's direction of travel doesn't change significantly. Looking at the axis, the ankle and knee axis are oriented more to the side, while the hip and the shoulder are more downhill. For now, we'll skip the initiation and jump to the apex. In number 6, we can see that the skis are near parallel to the fall line, and the main body axis are near parallel to the radius. However, in number 5, the skis are across the foreline and all the axes are over-rotated relative to the radius. It can be deceiving if the camera follows the skier. That's why it's worth marking something on the snow, such as a track or a piece of snow, to relate the movements to these points. The following transitions are complete, in which we can see the entire process from apex to apex at one stage. This helps us see the ski's behavior and the differences in velocity. If you use those marks on the snow, my deflection to the side slows or even stops right after the transition. In contrast, in the number 6 run, the movement to the side is continuous. This is an important difference because it indicates that in the number 5 video I have much less kinetic energy around the transition than in the number 6 video. In number 6 I manage energy definitely more efficiently. It would be nice to know where I'm losing energy in the video number 5. For this we need to know that we experience kinetic energy as momentum in skiing. Momentum comes from gravity, so its main direction is downhill in the foreline. Control in skiing means how a skier can transfer the downhill direction of momentum to an across lateral direction. Every downhill moving skier has some momentum around the middle of the turn, even I have in the video number 5. So the critical point must be between the apex and the transition during the completion in the bottom half of the turn. Let's rewind and see what has happened before. If you compare the ski's tip location to the mark on the snow at the apex, it doesn't really move relative to the side. Right after the apex, I twist the skis across. Practically, I do a hockey stop. But my position on the slope doesn't really change. This is where I lost energy. The degree of lateral deviation, the corridor of my short turns, is closer to side jumps without skis, especially when looking at the body rather than the skis. The body practically oscillates within about 1 meter, but the skis don't move much anymore either. We also can't see any significant inclination. Actually, the deflection from side to side looks like it would be created by the jump of the skier instead of the kinetic energy of the movement. On the contrary, in number 6, I don't stop at all. Instead, I almost shoot out to the other side. The body travels a lot laterally and the skis even more, and we can see quite a big inclination. Where does this difference come from? If you look at the number 5 turn as a whole, you can see that this hockey stop is a follow-up from the twist of the skis during the transition. The cycle of the short turns starts at the end of the turn from this break point, so one short turn cycle lasts from one hockey stop to another. The almost completely stopped skis build a stable support. If I'm honest with myself, my personal experiences, and I see the same thing with many skiers, if my turn isn't perfect, I've got in a bit of trouble. I need some time to get organized again, as if I were saying to myself, stop, hold on, I need a second to pull myself together. This is the most common reason why skiers stop the skis at the end of the turn. This stop at the end of the turn indicates technical deficiencies. With this stop, we lose kinetic energy, the body gets balanced for a while, so we can reorganize it. But we need to restart the next cycle with a kind of jump. This was almost a must with the old long radius skis. But it's not needed anymore with the 2D carving skis. This jump results in the windshield wiper-like twist around the tips. I suggest looking for another difference. Let's take a look at the initiation. In number 5, I have a very short initiation and I get into that phase with a near vertical posture and no significant edge angle. This slight edge angle makes me vulnerable to a worse edge grip and unwanted skidding. I can only develop an effective edge angle too late, at the bottom half of the turn. I have only a short time to use the edges efficiently, and this phase is already too late. For me, the main differences are: in number 5, I stop the skis to start a new turn. In number 6, I don't need to stop my skis. I let them run and can still reorganize my body over the moving skis for the next turn. The turn shape of number 5 is angular, zigzag like a Z shape, but of number 6 is smooth and round like a C shape. The active edge phase in number 5 is short and rough. On the other hand, in number 6 is longer and smoother. The edge angle in number 5 is slight. I achieve a bit bigger edge angle only at the end of the turn. The edge angle in number 6 is pretty big early, even before the apex. The body axes in number 5 are never ideal or organized healthy, in contrast to the body axes in number 6, which are definitely better and more efficiently organized. The very different energy management may seem marginal and theoretical, but in fact, this is the most fundamental difference. Just to be absolutely clear, let's review the energy of skiing in a nutshell. In other sports, the primary source of energy is internal, from muscle activity. A runner moves primarily because of the muscle contractions. In skiing, the primary energy originates from the vertical drop as potential energy, which will be converted into kinetic energy in the form of momentum as soon as the skier begins to slide. The amount of potential and kinetic energy in skiing is so tremendous that in most cases all the other energy, as internal energy from the muscles, is insignificant. Actually, the energy from the elevation loss is too much. So the main problem for a skier is not where to get the energy from, as it is the main issue for a runner, but how to manage the unnecessarily excessive energy. The three main components of momentum are the mass and the speed and direction of velocity. The mass doesn't change during a run, so we'll take only speed and direction into account. Changes in momentum can happen by changing speed, a change in direction, or both. The main difference between the two runs is that in the number 5, I move closer to the fall line, so I do fewer direction changes. In number 6, I deflect more from side to side, skiing a wider corridor. Around the apex, I move more downhill and less across. Around the transition, I move a lot across, but don't lose much elevation downhill. In summary, regarding how to manage momentum and energy, in number 6, I maintain my speed relatively constant while radically changing the direction of the momentum. In number 5, I'm skiing permanently closer to the fall line. I manage my energy by braking and slowing at the end of every turn, jumping to the other side partly with the help of internal muscle energy, then accelerating in the fall line and braking again. I manage my energy primarily by adjusting my speed rather than making many direction changes. Comparing the two runs, the energy management of number 5 doesn't seem to be really efficient and sophisticated. And on the other hand, it definitely causes more shock and impact on the joints and can overload the edge grip. In this case, I can't distribute energy over the entire turn for a longer period of time. I receive the entire energy amount of the vertical loop of one turn as a short impact. In number 6, I use my energy reserve for a direction change instead of a speed change. Looking at the edge angle and the posture, this direction change begins in the top part of the turn during the initiation, gradually reaches the peak load around the apex, and progressively releases during the completion. From a ski technical perspective, fewer direction changes, more braking and speed changes, and stopping the skis to win time to correct mistakes require lower level skiing skills than skiing at a constant speed with a smooth direction change. As a sports expert, I would say that number 6 is a healthier movement structure. I see more potential joint wear risk in the case of number 5. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this content, please show your support by giving a thumbs up or a super thanks. To ensure you don't miss any future videos, please subscribe and turn on the notifications. If you have any questions or disagree with any part of the content, feel free to leave a comment to start a conversation. See you soon.